All right, welcome to another best ball draft. We're in the 7 hole. Let's see what is cooking. Typically, it is the break off of Jonathan Taylor, and I'm happy with Jonathan Taylor. I think I've been taking a lot of JT. I mean, with Indiana Jones back, I feel good in JT. I think he's at least going to get 10 touchdowns at the very least, and he catches the ball. He does everything right. That team's a good team. I'm down to buy JT. And this could easily just go robust. And I'm fine with that. Ooh, I do not want. Let's pivot there. Definitely don't want Christian McCaffrey. I'm off of it. I'm definitely down with Amon. He's an easier person to stack as well because no one really cares for Jared Goff. I'll take him. Amon's a great choice. Now it's really just like hero RB. This feels like the move. Really just depends on who falls to us. Dream come true would definitely be the Ashton Genties of the world. Obviously, it's not going to happen. K9, I feel like I'm the only person as high on K9, period, on the timeline, but give me K9 all day, every day. I think I'll go on record and say K9 will finish this season his best season in the NFL. Watch me not get him on this pick, but that said, I really want K9. So we'll just throw him up there, see what happens. If I don't get K9, makes for a tough build. Not really. I could live with Derrick Henry, although he's getting up there in age. I really don't. I always avoid Henry, and it feels like this is gonna be that one time I might get him in a redraft, and then that's the year he falls off. I'm always skeptical. Running backs that just don't catch the ball, it never excites me because they can't score in different ways, and they get taken out some of the times. K9 to me is just going to do so much of the work that I'm praying they let him go to us. So let's just hope. Uh, Drake London, huge London fan. Wow. AJ Brown just getting picked over London there is incredibly interesting. Don't hate it. AJB to me is top five. All right, so we got Drizzy Drake London here. Oof. The running backs are disgusting. I think we got to lock in Chase Brown or Derek. I don't have much Chase this year. I'm going to take Chase, and I'll be cool with it. Chase, we know we can get out of Chase. Chase Brown is such a good running back. Again, very dependent on Joe Burrow being healthy because Chase feeds off of Joe Burrow opening up the field for him. Last year, he started the year terrible in my dynasty. Just almost considered dropping him at one point, but not really. But Chase Brown, he needs Joey B in there, being that he's a catch passing running back. Very important that the field is open. You need Chase Brown. He did not do well with the other quarterbacks. He did pick it up towards the end of the second half of the season with a little bit of Joe Flacco even when he was playing. But yeah, he's dependent on having the ball being spread out because he can have his chance to shine. Who do I want now? I'll shut up. Rashee Rice, give it to me out of jail. Now he just knee jail. His knee will be fine. Kansas City is everyone's just trying to bury this news. If it were up to me, he didn't get picked. That's who I was targeting. In this range, Malik Neighbors just straight up feels like he's going to be on the pup list. I'd be happy with Olave. Etienne feels good. It'd be getting our two running backs early. It's really just what do you feel best about here. And Olave and Etienne really is where I'd be going. I love Malik Neighbors is going to win you your weeks. I just feel like he's too rich of a pick. He's too rich. It's like Trav. I think I think Etienne's going to be a fine pick. I'm a big fan of Etienne. I think he's going to be getting the ball much more. Kellen Moore is going to get him the pill. He's a really good running back. He did really well last year. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. I think he's going to be a 3 down back. I think people are overthinking Etienne. I am happily taking Etienne on my team, and yeah, I think Kellen Moore finds ways to feed him the ball. That offense is exciting. It's like top 3 new exciting offenses in the league. One being the Chargers, which we got to figure a piece out. All right, receivers. Who am I looking at? Love Elad McConkey. Of course, love Isiah. I'm happy with Tet. Garrett Wilson, Emeka. These are the guys I'm really, really hoping for. Lad being my guy. especially if we locked in 2 running backs. I'm really in no position to. I don't want a third. This is what I would love. The dream come true getting one of these guys: Garrett, Emeka, Tedero, or Garrett Wilson. Leave it to us. Leave it to us. All right. I like Luther. Honestly, in this range, I don't even know if I would care to pay for Luther Burden right here. I like him. I think he can do a lot. I just don't know if it's. I think Cam Scott was entirely slept on. Then that would just change it up, or we pound these 3 running backs and we just really nail in these wide receivers as we go. You got to play the board. If Garrett Wilson's there, I'll take him. See Scott. I love Scott. He was taken. I would take Scott. I do not want Josh Jacobs. It would probably have to be Luther. All right, cool. We don't get stuck with that position. Let's just take Garrett Wilson. He is a beast. Everyone forgets what Garrett did as every single year of his career. He's been a beast. He just got hurt last year, so what do you expect? Also, Justin Fields is your quarterback. I would want to sit out too because he sucked. So we don't have to worry about that. Now we get to the next range of players. Travion Hendo. Love Travion Henderson. League winner, in my opinion. I'm drafting him wherever I can. He's a perfect person for this build. That said, let's just see what happens. I love Colston Loveland if he falls. We all love Colston. It's not a big, nothing crazy here. Nothing you haven't heard before. Loveland is our guy. I love D-Mon. I think he's just disliked by many. Jameson Williams. Yes, we do have Amon, so we would, if we get J-Mon, we would have to get Jared Goff. So not a must. So throwing him up there in the queue. He's an exciting player, but that's really buying into Detroit, which again, we could do it. Don't want Devontae Adams. He's just up there in age, not exciting to me any longer. Would love Seawat. Bashal Tootin is like, these are like the final running backs of where it really drops off if you don't get one. Like Demont, Quidshawn, and Bashal Tootin after those. Which I'd be fine with figuring it out. If they leave Colston Love there, we could build. We can build with Colston on our team. And very much might happen to us. Leave us Colston, we'll build with Colston. Of course he gets taken. Don't really care to pair Jameson with Garrett. I will be happy to take Seawat. Christian Watson, as long as he's healthy, is one of the best wide receivers, period. Hands down, no questions asked. He's a beast. Christian Watson just has to be healthy. That's his deal. His deal's always just been health. Other than that, you want him. Let's see what else we go next. Who would fall to us? It's always the same old suspects: Marvin Harrison, Parker Washington. Go watch anything I do. I'm the biggest Parker Washington truther there is. Please give me him every time. I'm a buyer every single fucking time. Rome, Tate. I love like the Carnell Tates because they're very easy to pair. You're gonna get a Cam Ward. They're gonna fall to you. I don't rush to draft a quarterback here like Lamar Jackson's, the Jaden Daniels, even the Drake. Like I don't want them. Like there's so many good quarterbacks and just double tap two really good ones. Like for instance, our team, the Jordan Love and Goff would be perfect, and we get a stack. Like that's great. Lock me in. Even a Shuck with Etienne. Like we're chilling. I really like Tyler Warren's upside. I just don't care to pay the price. I feel like there's just so many really good tight ends in general. I love Tyler though. Just don't want to pay that price. Now, if he's the last one left of these favorites, okay, we're talking. Yeah, this is all I would be looking at. I do not care for anything else here. Don't have Joey Burrow to stack with. I'm good. All right, Marvin or Parker. I love Parker, man. I really do. I also feel better about Trevor Lawrence than I do Jacoby Brissett or Carson Beck. Disgusting. I think Marvin Harrison does have a pop off year. I think he does finally get it together his third year. That said, I believe more in Trevor Lawrence than I ever will Jacoby Brissett. Did look good in your redraft leagues if you got him, but that's about it. Don't want him otherwise. Okay, what are we doing next, boys? I've been fading Tony P. I don't hate getting him here. Let's see what else. Could take T-Law and just stop playing. Which might be our best bet. I'm a big fan of Tucker Craft mac and cheese. If he's healthy, he's a beast. I think we got to lock in our quarterback here, Trevor Lawrence. I've drafted way too many times and got screwed way too many times on this. I'm not doing it. Nope, not going to be me, buddy. Yeah, I'll take T-Law. My go-to quarterback every single draft has been Justin Herbert, but Justin Herbert lately has just been flying off boards. And T-Law to me is like, don't care to have him. Like, I care to have him, of course, but for the stack situation, I'll take him, especially Purdy gone. And look, these, we can even talk about it. DK Metcalf, I don't want it. Rather Michael Pittman, 100%. Alec Pierce, truthfully, guys hurt. Rather Josh Downs. Cortland Sutton, ass, don't want it. QJ, I like, but I'm not building. So take T-Law. Especially if someone screws us and we lose him. Like, we lose that stack early and it's not fun. Tucker Craft to me, Quentin Johnson, Jaden Reed. Honestly, Addison's fine. That's what I'm looking at here. Stack. If I'm getting a third running back, it's going to be Kyle or Blake. Easy. And we're building. We're perfect here. Honestly, this is perfect. Give it to us. Tucker Craft mac and cheese last. I'm down with it. But yeah, again, DK off of it. Alec off of it. Cortland Sutton completely off. These guys are gonna, as the summer goes on, these guys are gonna fall. Again, they could be decent, but like DK is a vertical route runner. I think that Pittman's the better value there. Godwin, don't hate. Just if I've got to take Godwin here, I'd much rather lock up our third running back, or a high upside wide receiver. Again, I love Patwick, but I can't pair him with anything. I actually think Jaxon Dart is a good value here. Well, not necessarily value. I just think he's that Zodian quarterback that could be really good. That Zodian quarterback is that guy. But we have no one to pair him with. So maybe Likely, which would be pretty awesome. Good think about it. Michael Wilson, Josh Downs, love JD. I love Josh Downs. So good. Jaxon Dart could make for a fun quarterback to take, especially if we can get Likely later. You know what? Let's do it. Although I love Manon guy, let's just do this. Jaden Reed too. Let's do it. Look, let's take a Jaxon Dart. Let's try something different. Jaxon Dart is a beast. The whole thing about best ball, you got to be different. You got to be completely different. Uniqueness is so important. If you're drafting like everyone else, like, all right, I've got the Flock Fantasy thing. I'm not even using it right now. I did just sign up for the ETR one. I love ETR. Evan Silva is literally the GOAT. So I am going to start using that. I just didn't add it. I don't know why. I just didn't do it. But yeah. Let's Ricky P, Michael Pittman. Like, this round of like next wide receivers feel better to me, to be honest. Harold Fannin lasting a pretty long time here, and Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is very good. He gets Arizona's Penton as his coach, and we know what McBride's done. So I'm a buyer of Laporta. We got Detroit. We got Amon. And that Goff would have been perfect there. There's the good old Goff, but we're not pairing that. If Blake Corum chills, we're taking Blake Corum, of course. Laporta is also good value at this point, but I really, really want to get Likely at some point to go with our Jaxon Dart. Josh Downs is going to be a beast. Blake Corum gone. Let's see what we get here. I'm down with the Josh Downs. Gone. Kenneth Gainwell, very big fan of. Love Ricky P. So totally off Xavier Worthy. Jacoby Myers, same shit. Don't want either one. Okay, so Kenny G. Can it give me Kenny G? Give us Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell, he's going to be a PPR machine. He's going to be good. He might even start over Bucky Irving. Like, I like Bucky. Not like love Bucky by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, there's no, that shoulder injury is just lasted way too damn long, and too long for my liking. Romeo Dobbs, love it. Casey Concepcion, I'm a fan. I just love Denzel Boston, but I can see Casey just being the real deal. George Kittle, again, tight ends. I think I'm going to wait on them for the most part. His Achilles injury isn't as bad as normal Achilles injuries. They're all bad. They're Achilles injuries. Like, they suck. Nobody wants to come back from that. So this is where I'm leaning. It's crazy to see already that Rachaad White has flipped JCM. This was not the case earlier this year, just literally 2 months ago. In my opinion, I'm going Ricky P or Romeo. I like Rachaad White, but if I can build a little bit later. I'd rather focus on getting wide receivers that I know for sure are going to play well. Ricky P, again, that power plant's going to take out some of those San Fran players. It could be Ricky P could be that casualty. Hopefully he's not. But yeah, and I'm a buyer of Romeo Dobbs. I love Romeo Dobbs this year. I think people aren't realizing that AJ Brown's only going to help Romeo. Romeo without Romeo, give me Romeo. He's gone. So it doesn't matter. Shut up. Ricky P is going to be here. Let's take us Ricky P. I'm a Ricky P truther. Third year breakout. Give it to us. All right. Now we got JCM chilling. What is most likely going to actually happen in this build? I love me a Dalton Kincaid. We're definitely going to take us a likely. That'll be our pair with Jackson. Mr. Good old Dart. I like Jaden Higgins. This is where I'm leaning with this build right now. Again, tight ends to me look really good. Stephon Diggs is eventually going to sign somewhere. And if it's Washington, you want to scoop them up earlier than later. This is why you best ball early, so you can get these people that you know are just inevitably going to sign soon on your team. And that's what I'm looking at, boys. This is what we're looking at. Jordan Mason, I'd be taken. I think that he has an opportunity to really show what he's capable of. But so far, I'm loving our build. We're gonna grab. We're not gonna mess around. We're gonna grab likely here. And I might even honestly double tap with tight end. We'll see what happens. Let's see what falls to us. George Kittle's lasting really, really long, which could be an exciting double tap, to be honest. I could really be risky and take a Kittle. If Kittle's there, I might be risky and take Kittle and likely back to back, which could be a good time to me. And then where do we pick next? Let's see. Kittle's gone. Doesn't matter. Okay, we have like a decent variant break. I'm going to take likely and lock it in, just not even play games. Beautiful. Look at that pair. We got likely to go Jaxon Dart. I really like this build so far. What are we going to do next? We could lock in a second tight end and just double tap it. Keen Mitchell. Love Keen Mitchell this year. I think he'd be a perfect complement to this running back room here. I think he's going to be way better than people are expecting. I think he's actually going to eat. And I remember, as a Dolphins fan, I literally remember the time where we found out about Etienne and Mostert was Amon-Ra and Hampton being Mostert. He went for 10 touchdowns, but the PPR running back, which was the Etienne Mitchell, again, do I think Mitchell's going to be Etienne? No, but for anything like that backfield split, it was a crazy split, and I want to be buying that. So what are we looking at here? This is kind of like where these are the three that I would want in this build. It would be a Dalton Kincaid. It'd be a Stephon Diggs because we know he's going to sign somewhere soon. in a Keaton Mitchell, that's how I feel good. I don't care for Tyrone Tracy. This is how I'm looking at it. Give us one of these two guys. Of course, Keaton Mitchell gone. I'll take a Kincaid. I don't want Dallas Goedert. I'd rather Eli Stowers. Look, Dalton Kincaid has never had a chance to play a healthy season. He's gone. Bro, why am I gassing these guys up and they're gone? They're gone. I could be a real G and just lock in that third quarterback and just be pretty goated. And I might just do that for this draft. And just, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. All right? This is the most elite quarterbacks I've ever drafted, and we're going to give it a try because you know what? In best ball, you got to be different. And Cam Ward is my guy this year. I'm drafting him as much as possible. That said, it's on the squad. Let's see what we can do. We're going to try to get Gunnar Helm. Would love me a Gunner. All right. Who else am I at? Jalen McMillan is my guy. Love Jalen McMillan. He'll be a beast. Our running backs are pretty bad. Woody Marks would be okay. Isiah Pacheco would be okay. Jonah Coleman, okay. Brenton Strange. Tyler Allgeier, honestly, I'd be happy with. I'd take Allgeier. I think people are actually forgetting the fact that he was a thorn in Bijan's side. I don't see a world where he's not a thorn in J Love's side. I'm going to take Allgeier. Alligator's a great bet. Allgeier can go for 8 TDs. Anything happens to J Love, he's playing. He's easily going to play. Honestly, Alligator's my pick. Brenton Strange, you're gone. I love these people that take like they just kill me. They take like they don't have the stack. They don't got anything to do. They've got nothing to do with it. You know those people that just like, you know, they're not in the conversation, but they see themselves in it. And they're just, bro, could have left it to us. Anyways, we got Allgeier. I like Allgeier. Now, what are we going to do next? You know Debo signing somewhere. We'll take Debo gladly. All right, so the way we're building, which is pretty elite and different than what I normally do, which is great. You got to do different stuff, like I keep saying. Those 3 quarterbacks are pretty much the best 3 you can get, in my opinion, in like without sabotaging your entire team. You know, we're pairing them up. Everyone's got paired. Everyone's got a partner. Everyone's got a best friend. Everyone's got buddy. Okay, so this is like what I would like. I'm not a big fan of Kenan Sadiq at all, so I'm straight. Someone else can finally take him. Daboll Samuel gone. Charbonnet. Okay. I believe in Jalen Nailor. I know a lot of people have been fighting with people on the timeline. It's hilarious. Look, he's the one out there. If he's better than Trey Tucker, which I believe he will be, which was only, I think, about 60 catches, 800 yards, 6 TDs. He could do that. 70 catches, 900 yards, 6 TDs. Also, he's fast as shit. He'll be great. Again, is ADP worth it? Got him at 162. Look, we're taking chances on players that are going to be in better options, better situations. Clint Kubiak is a way better coach than Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was washed. I love Pete Carroll. Shout out to the G Hall of Famer, but he's done. Vegas now has Kirk Cobangs, way better, and Fernando, who I absolutely love, is going to be a beast when he gets a chance. And that's what we're doing. So, my opinion, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get Nailor, and I'm going to be happy with that. Leave us Gunnar Helm. That'd be a perfect stack to our naked Cam Ward at this point because, yeah, I'm a fan. But I also love AJ Barner. Again, not stacking because we don't have anybody to him, but that'd be good in my opinion because we missed out on Brent Strange, which I'm not overpaying for that. I'd much rather get Gunnar Helm to stack with our Cam Ward, and that'd be a beautiful little stack. What I've been doing, boys, which I feel like this is the sauce right now, drafting Zachariah Branch and Tua back to back. Beautiful, beautiful late game stack. I'll just take the Gunner, stack them up with both of our tight ends are stacked to our quarterbacks. Perfect. And we had a bunch of stacks. We got T-Law. We're chilling. Okay. Now we are gonna focus in on AJ Barner gets left there. I'll do it, but again, there's other tight ends later, so we're gonna be chilling. Scribbling, yes, it'd be me doubling down on San Fran, but look, I see it. Hey, Jerry Judy not touching. Adonai Mitchell, I'd be more than glad to take. Yeah, our running backs are pretty much going to be not the best, but hopefully these horses of Chase Brown and Travis can carry us throughout. Gainwell mixing in there. Allgeier, I think, is going to be a surprise. Adonai Mitchell would be a great pickup. Again, I like Nicholas Singleton's upside. I don't believe in Tony P. I don't believe in Tajay Spears. Tajay Spears doesn't believe in himself. So Nicholas Singleton at some point I feel like can play. So that would be the last bits and pieces. We do have 6 wide receivers. These are the 2 picks I'm looking at, to be honest. It'd be AD and Nicholas Singleton. And I'm going to probably take AD here. As much as I like Singleton's opportunity, I think AD can be a dog. Adonai Mitchell's he is the epitome of a best ball winner. Adonai Mitchell is literally, like I said, the epitome of a best ball person. Like, they will drop you 30 points and then they'll fall off the face of the earth for like 4 weeks. Come back with a nice 15. So that's what we're buying. All right. What else do I like here? Nicholas Singleton, just for the upside. I think, again, Tony P is just, he's a consistent guy, but I think they want to see what they can do and move on from. He'll pair nicely with our Cameron Ward. Brandon Ayuk is signing somewhere, so that's just the steal in my opinion. That's where I'm probably going to go next. Again, look how far, like, to me, Tua starting. Penix is not going to start. The strat, boys, is taking Tua and Z Branch back to back. It's a beautiful stack at the end. We're going to try something different. We took 3 quarterbacks a little bit earlier. I like it. I know that there's been best ball winners with just 2 quarterbacks. People get hurt, man. That's all I'm going to say. Plus, Jaxon Dart could be a fucking steal. All right. Dontavian Wicks, happy. Leave us Nicholas and Emma Johnson. I'll be happy with that. Just like, and then Ray Davis being a high handcuff. Jade Blue, dude, flying up boards, man. I love Jaden Blue. He has the keys to America's worst backfield, dude. I've been buying Jay Blue all summer. Now he's shot up like 30 spots. He's really been flying. I'll take Nicholas Singleton just for the upside alone. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this board. I know people love looking at the board. If you've seen any of my last 2 videos, I think looking at the board is just insane work. Drafting it, you're basically looking in the past as a viewer, and as it goes on, like, what are you paying attention to? Just a colorful board. I get it. Again, it looks cool. I love looking at it. But when you're watching these guys and like they're getting to their last picks, and it's like, okay, they're watching the board and they have to fly back and just be like, this is who I'm getting. It's not a good strategy, dude. It is sim work. It's literally a sim. You're letting the computer do what you think is a good idea. I don't draft for that. I don't watch videos for that. So I'm treating it as if I would be watching, and it's not that. So That's the board. We'll see the board when we're done. Last picks here. I think it's important to get a tight end. We don't have unless it's a Bowers, I don't think you can leave with just 2 tight ends. To me, who do I like? Terrence Ferg, David Njoku. That's what I feel comfortable about. Now, if you wanted to get unique, it would be people like Michael Mayer. I get it. Oscar Dupp, Eli Raridan. Eli Raridan could be a fun, real sleeper. Again, this is if I had an incredible room of tight ends, I'd do it. That said, I do not. So to me, it's Njoku or Terrence Ferguson. I think Njoku's going to have his spike weeks, and he's going to be a beast, and he's going to be a great pick. So that's just where I'm leaning. Cool. I'm going to take Njoku. I like Ferg. I think he's got more potential, younger kid. But again, that tight end room is stacked. They still got everybody on that team. Parkinson. They've got they just drafted Claire. We can look at it right here. Parkinson, Ferguson. I can't believe I'm forgetting this guy's name. Max Claire was one, but there's literally an OG. Higbee, Tyler Higbee, the B. Let's go over it. Okay. So we're recapping from the 5 hole. Okay. Our first pick, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God, easy. Give it to me. No problem. Just pick him. Chase Brown, PPR machine merchant, looks great. He's gonna ball. I think this is the year that Cincinnati is finally the real deal. Defense looks good too. Travis Etienne, he's gonna ball. I don't care what anyone says. He's gonna be a 3-down back. Kellen Moore's gonna use him catching the ball. Ship it. Garrett Wilson, so good, dude. Literally, Luther Burden going before him is kind of crazy to me, knowing what Garrett Wilson's potential and has been doing his entire career. Justin Fields sucks, so Gino's going to be way better. Christian Watson, to me, fantastic. If he's not injured, he's a top 10 player. Ship it. Parker Washington's literally my breakout candidate. I mean, if you saw anything he did, that sample size last year when it mattered was goated. Give me Parker Washington. I decided to go very different than I normally do here, which I do enjoy because I want to be different and try different shit. I went T-Law. I mean, that wasn't so much different to pair him up with Parker. I loved it. Still do. Fantastic. Then I went with Jaxon Dart, which I normally haven't done. But taking Dart, who can be a league-winning quarterback, week in, week out, I like the upside. Last year, he did all of his work without Neighbors on his team. When Neighbors is back, I think he'll be even better. And I was going to target Likely later, which we did. So beautiful. Give me Jaxon Dart. Kenny Gainwell. Kenny G's awesome. Great pick. Honestly, love it. Great pick, Shy. Yeah, I think he's going to play. I think he's going to start over Bucky. And if not, he's going to be a real thorn in his side. So we'll do it. Ricky Pete. If you watch anything I do, I'm a truther. If you're in my hometown league, you already knew I would do this. Ricky P's the man. I don't care. He has a chance to be a third-year breakout. Isaiah Likely is literally my top 5 sleeper and tight ends. I'm grabbing Likely, most likely, every time I can. I'm drafting him. Cam Ward, literally my guy. I am drafting Cam Ward, even if it's just 2 QBs. I'm a believer in Daboll fixing that offense, and I'm a believer in Cam Ward. He was amazing at UM. That's it. Tyler Allgeier. If he was a thorn in Bijan, he's going to be a thorn in J-Love. Come on, let's wake up. He's a beast. He got signed for a reason. Drafted him all summer. I'm still going to buy him. Jalen Nailor. Look, he just needs to be the number 1 for a better offense. With Clint Kubiak, you got Kirk Cobain's, a.k.a. Kirk Cousins, a.k.a. really consistent. And Fernando Mendoza, who's going to be amazing whenever he takes over. I like Jalen Nailor. He's going to be better than Trey Tucker. Gunnar Helm was a great stack to our Cam Ward. So Gunner's only sophomore season. He's going to be great. Gunnar Helm's going to be great. Adonai Mitchell. Perfect best ball home run throw. We do it. Nicholas Singleton. Again, I don't believe in Tony P. And I don't think Tajay Spears believes in himself. So let's do it. David Njoku. He's going to have his spike week. So it's perfect with our tight end build. And I love it. And just honestly, to finish that recap, we got all the stacks we wanted. We got T-Law, who goes perfectly with the guy, Parker Washington. Let's go. Jaxon Dart, who we knew we'd get Isiah Likely with, ship it. Cameron Ward, who we knew we would get with Gunnar Helm. We stacked up everybody. I love the wide receivers we also got, and I like this potential. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the war rooms. Peace.